I received sea monkeys as a gift recently, and it made me wonder, how do sea monkeys survive in the mail without water, and through harsh winters and hot summers? It turns out that sea monkeys are a mutation of brine shrimp, and they aren't the only organisms that can survive through these conditions. So what do brine shrimp, yeast, and tardigrades have in common? It turns out they all use a process called cryptobiosis. Cryptobiosis is a state in which an organism has an extremely low metabolism as a result of an unfavorable condition. There are many different types of cryptobiosis. Anhydrobiosis is lack of water. Cryobiosis is low temperature. Osmobiosis is increased solute concentration, usually in salt water. And anoxybiosis is lack of oxygen. Brine shrimp, yeast, and tardigrades survive through anhydrobiosis. There are two hypotheses on how anhydrobiosis works. The first involves proteins and sugars. Water is replaced with proteins and a sugar called trehalose, which is a non-reducing sugar and is extremely stable. It reacts with the hydrogen molecules. The second hypothesis uses similar proteins and sugars. It creates a glass structure. This structure takes place on the molecular level and not like actual glass. As the molecules are rehydrated, they turn into a rubber state. They also return to a rubber state when they are overheated and don't survive. Many studies have been done mainly on tardigrades. However, it is difficult to prove these hypotheses because the subjects are so small. The changes in molecular structure may occur at different times than recorded. Another issue scientists face is the difference between the controlled environment of a laboratory and the complexities of nature. The tardigrades in the study may live longer or shorter than in their natural environment. The research conducted on tardigrades may give insight to how to make yeast survive longer. This would affect products such as frozen dough and yeast used in baking. Because tardigrades have been studied so much, there's a lot of fun facts about them. For example, tardigrades can survive in temperatures ranging from negative 200 degrees Celsius to positive 151 degrees Celsius. They can also survive levels of X-ray radiation 1,000 times the lethal human dose. They can also survive low pressures of a vacuum and high pressure up to 6 times the pressure of the deepest part of the ocean. It turns out the seemingly simple life of a sea monkey is not so straightforward after all.